Oh, I accidentally skipped the intro. Doesn't matter. What's going on? Oh, Cuban Pete is in fine form. Letting Learned know who's boss. Who is Learned, man? Why does he do this to us? Continues to write chats. Ree says, hey KP, hello, how are you? How's everyone doing? Does Learned, what's his name? Learned Bottle 7. Does he do this every stream? I'm okay, that's good. Every stream I see people telling him to stop spamming, etc. He gets put in timeout by Cuban Pete, gets put in timeout by GT, by Dam. I think the big man's even put him in timeout. This guy's unbelievable. He just doesn't know when to quit. Look at him. Anyway. Let's get into the show. By myself tonight. John is on night shift, so he can not join in. And just like me, I'm sure he would not have wanted to join in anyway after that debacle by Man United last night. But we'll talk about that in due time. Have you had the big storm? It's been very... I don't know if Melbourne have copped it first, but in Adelaide it's been... I think Jess was saying we had 120 kilometers per hour wind. It was unbelievable. It was... When you were saying the same last night during my stream, it was crazy here. Wind was going mad. That's why the cat was scared. I think he wanted to come in because he was freaking out at the wind last night. But yeah. Anyway, big show to talk about tonight. Obviously, we'll talk about that massive, like I said, debacle by Man United last night or this morning. Absolutely terrible effort. But as we get into that, it's the last game of the round, so we'll talk about it last. But we'll talk about all the other games first. Got some big games to talk about. Arsenal stumbling a bit. Obviously, Liverpool and City, going about their things. City being City, yeah, like we said. I'm going to try a different thing this week with the results and the fixtures. I'm going to bring up the web page for you guys and see if I can interact with it and see if it works. Let me know what you think. So, first games first. bring it up. There we go. We can interact with that. So the first game was Arsenal Brighton. There at the Emirates. We can bring it up like that. Click on it. You can see it was 1-1. Even you can see the man of the match, everything. It was Pedro. Declan Rice, red card. So it brings up all the stats for us so you guys can see it. Kai Havertz, goal scorer in 38th minute. And João Pedro equalised 58th minute. That was after Declan Rice had been sent off. About the what was it there? It says 49th minute. Listen, I think Arsenal will be a bit upset about that. Like they were pumping Brighton. They were really on top, and then really you would think, like, as the manager, like, he won't be happy with Rice. Declan Rice was really to blame. Really, he tried to get that other guy sent off, but ended up getting himself sent off. Yeah, he tried the little, kick the ball away so the guy would kick him, as anyone that watched the game saw, and he was on a yellow card. So I don't know what he was thinking on a yellow card, trying to do like little petulant things like that. He's smart, and that's first red card of his career, so he's not like that. It was real silly by him, but you think Arsenal will be spewing because off the bat, Liverpool have won. Man City have obviously won away. We'll talk about that. Haaland with another hat trick. But yeah, like, the game was good. I enjoyed the game up until the red card, and then they were, even after the red card, Brighton were pressing, but Arsenal had some chances that they would expect to take, I think, but they didn't. In the end, they get away with a 1-1 draw at home, down to 10 men. Like I said, I don't think Arteta will be happy. Don't think the Arsenal players will be happy. Don't really think the fans will be happy. They might turn around and say, "Oh, we're happy." Circumstances that we got the point, but I don't. They're not going to turn on Declan Rice, but they're definitely not going to be happy. We got big thunderstorms coming now. There you go. Yeah, it's probably come to us after. Usually comes to us after Melbourne. So, but yeah, they'll take us on to the next one. So, Arsenal stutter round 3. Brighton at home. That they want to win all their home games. They're going to win the title. They'll be thinking we got to win every home game. So that's a big blow to Arteta and Arsenal, I think. So bring up the results. Next one was Brentford 1 at home. Brentford 3, Southampton 1. So, they spanked them. I think Mbeumo got 2. Let's get it up there. It'll come up. Brian Mbeumo, I heard someone saying he's a killer. Like, you should be getting him for your FPL now because he's going to be taking all the goals now that Tony's gone. He scored 2, Wissa 1. Southampton still without a win. They scored in the 90 plus 5 minutes. Southampton are really in trouble. Really in trouble, I think. So, and Brentford doing better than I thought. I think I tipped Brentford to go down, losing Tony, that they were going to lose Tony in that. But they didn't have him for half the year last year and did really well. So, yeah, big win for Brentford. Big win for Thomas Frank. But the Saints are in big trouble, I think. I don't know what to think with them. I know it's early doors. It's only 3 games in, but I was going to say they got a tough game next week against us, but they'll be lying. They're playing Man United. They probably think they're going to get up. They're at St. Mary's. So, they've lost their first 3 games. They've got Man United next after the international break. It's looking tough for Southampton. I'm sure John, if he was here, he could comment and say, about his beloved Saints on FM. But, Yeah, they're looking in trouble. I don't really know what more to say about that, but they're not. 3 games in, 3 losses. They played probably 2 away, 1 home, and haven't looked like getting a point really. So yeah, we can bring that up. Can I bring that up and look back? What have all their fixtures have been against? If I can bring this up, not that one. Sorry. If I bring up this one and interact with it, it can take us back. Sorry, the results. I'll bring up the results. If I bring up the results, it will tell us who they've played. So Saints have played at home to Nottingham Forest, which they can't win that. You automatically think they're going down. Away to Newcastle. I know it was 1-0, but Newcastle down to 10 men. So yeah, it's going to be a long year for Saints and Saints fans, etc. So, but who knows? Let's go. We'll go to the next one. So I'll bring those results back up. So next game, talk about this game, man. I'm gonna click on it. My good man, good friend Thanasi. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight. If he comes in, I asked him. I said, "Do you want to come on the Premier League show?" And he goes to me, "Get someone else." He goes, "I hate the Premier League at the moment." He's so upset. Like, look at that. So we've got that there. 50th minute, Michael Keane scores. Calvert-Lewin assist. Calvert-Lewin scores 57th minute. They're winning 2-0 in the 87th minute. Like, they're winning 2-0 in the 87th minute. I don't know, what more you can really say about that. They're winning 2-0 in the 87th minute. And then Bournemouth away from home at Goodison. Like, I don't know, man. That's a tough one to swallow, man. If you're Everton fan, the players, the managers. I think they're in a lot of trouble. I really think they're in a lot of trouble, 2-0 up in the 87th minute, and they're that jittery that they concede 3 goals in, what's that, 3 in 6 minutes? That's a goal every 2 minutes they conceded to lose the game, when Sean Dyche would usually be so pragmatic, just get men behind the ball, etc. Things like that. They obviously did nothing like that because they conceded. Yeah, I'm sorry to my Everton friends, fans, but they're in trouble. I think they're in a lot of trouble. I just don't know where they go from here. Do they stick with Dyche? Hey Jamal, how are you? Do they stick with Dyche, or do they sack him, try get another manager in that's going to get more out of the team? Ree says, "Hey Jamal." Or do they stick with him? I'm not good, Jamal. Man United lost to Liverpool. Whenever Man United lose to Liverpool, I'm not right. It's not good. I'm not good. Hate that feeling. Even though, I did the watch along, I don't like doing the watch along for Man U Liverpool because when we lose, I don't like it. Yeah, but we'll talk about that after. But yeah, back to Everton. What do they do? I wish Lanassi was here in the chat. He could say it, because he's an Everton fan. Do they sack Dyche now and early doors and think shit, he hasn't won a game in 3 weeks? Do we sack him, get someone that can get more out of this team, or do we stick with him until Christmas? But then it could be too late. That's even the same with United. I'm going to talk about that with United, at the moment. That could be too late. Could really be too late. So, I don't know, man. It's funny, last year, even with a 10-point deduction, they still managed away. They finished 11th or something. They did, maybe not 11th, but they finished. They were nowhere near getting relegated. They had a 10-point deduction, and they always find a way to get points. But their team's pretty average, and to be conceding 3 goals in 6 minutes when you're 2-0 up with 3 minutes to go. Man, that's a damning stat. Like, I don't know. It's really hard. But we'll go on to the next one. Anyone that's in tonight that's usually on the show, tell me if you like this new way that I'm bringing up the results and that. I'm doing it like with the actual web page like this. And then you can see it. So now we're going to talk about Ipswich and Fulham. So we can click on that. And it'll bring up the goal scorers for you, etc. Man of the match, which was Andoni Robertson. So it was 1-1. Ipswich were 1-0 up. 15th minute, Liam Delap. 32nd minute, the road runner himself, Adama Traore, scored the equaliser. We can bring up the stats as well, the possession. So possession was, fairly even. Shots on target was the same. Shots in general, Ipswich had a few more. So, hope you guys like that way that I'm bringing it up like that now. But yeah, I didn't watch this game. I just was watching the goal rush. Would have been good for Ipswich to get off the mark, like win-wise, but they got off the mark with 1 point. Jamar says, I like it that way. You like the new way? It's good. I can click into it, show it to you, scroll through. I'm going to show Chris how to do it so he can do it for the footy for you guys as well. But yeah, like I said, I didn't watch this game, but good to see Ipswich get a point. Fulham as well. I don't think Fulham, will be thinking they're going to get relegated. But Ipswich, Fulham, these are the teams that will be thinking they need to get wins now, especially Ipswich at home. They'll be wanting to win that game. It's better that way. Thanks, man. That's cool. Manchester City are coming first on the ladder. Zakal just jumped off the top rope on me. Just came in off the top rope. How are you, Zakal? Yeah, damn Man City. It's getting boring. We'll talk about them soon. Don't worry. Ree says hello. But yeah, we'll talk about the next one because I can't really comment too much on that one. I only watched the goal rush. Boston says, hey guys. As well, Boston, Zakal, tell me if you like this new way that I'm doing the results and fixtures, all right? Jamar said he likes it. Tell me what you think. So this way, the new way is like this. We bring it up like this. You can see the web page. I can interact with it. The game we're going to talk about now is Leicester versus Aston Villa. So we can click on it for you. Open up the game. Show us that Aston Villa were 2-0 up. Amadou Onana scored the first goal. Ollie Watkins assist. Durant scored the second. Digny assist. They were 2-0 up. And then Buonanotte scored a consolation for Leicester in the 73rd minute. We can look at the stats again, like we said. Actually, Leicester had 57% possession, which is crazy when you think about it. They had pretty much the same amount of shots. So, they'll be thinking that they could maybe have got a bit more out of this game. I think it's going to be hard for them this year, like really relying on, they've got Jamie Vardy up front, who's, he's 38, 39 years old. It's going to be hard to rely on him all year. But Aston Villa, doing what they were doing last year, getting wins. Sorry for your loss. Yeah. Thanks, man. We'll talk about that game soon, though. I'm going to talk about it. I've got a lot to say about that one. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, guys. Hit that like button. Share with your friends. Get them in here. But yeah, Aston Villa, looking the goods still. They got Champions League coming up after the international break. But, 2-1 away to Leicester. Even though Leicester newly promoted, it's not an easy win. Your team will win next week, KP. There's international break this week, so hopefully they do. But yeah, move on to the next one. Aston Villa looking good. They're already separating themselves from the likes of my team, etc. Like United aspiring to get back into that big four. Villa are in it because they qualified for Champions League and they keep winning games, whereas Man United don't. So, The next one, I think it was the last one of that day. Nottingham Forest won. Wolves won. Again, Nottingham Forest, they want to survive. They've got to be winning these games. Chris Wood scores in the 10th minute. Within 2 minutes, they concede. Like, you'd want to be winning that game. Like, they had 16 shots. Like, they just, yeah. I believe you guys can win against them next time. Hopefully we can, mate. Yeah, so Nottingham Forest be disappointed, I think, that not getting that result. But yeah, don't know much what else to say. I think yeah, I don't even want any of them to go. None of them deserve to go from Man United Boston. They should stay home, train, get themselves into some sort of form. None of them are even good enough to play international. KP Adelaide Crows won against Port Adelaide and the women. There you go. Well done to the Crows. But yeah, Nottingham Forest, I think they'll be bitterly upset that they haven't gotten off the mark there with a home game. They're gonna have to win their home games if they wanna survive. So yeah, we'll get on to the next one. The next day, I watched these games while I was waiting, obviously, for the Man United game to start. We'll bring up the next one. Actually, sorry, the next one is Man City West Ham. So, Man City won 3-1. Erling Haaland with another hat trick, back-to-back hat tricks, named man of the match. West Ham equalised with a Ruben Diaz own goal, but I don't think it was ever in doubt. They, 70% possession. They had 23 shots to 10. Yeah, John always says to us, it's getting a bit boring with Man City, isn't it? Like, Haaland needs to leave. I think he needs to go because it's unbelievable. Like, I know, right? Man, I hope win the league. Thanks, Boston. If we're their coach, I wouldn't send them. Yeah, I wouldn't send them. They don't, you know what? They don't deserve. None of them deserve to be called up. Rashford hasn't been called up anyway. I don't know how Maguire's been called up. He hasn't been good. Listen, De Ligt probably got called up to Holland. We'll talk about that after though. But yeah, Man City just keep on doing Man City things. They 3-1. Like I said, Haaland hat trick, back-to-back hat tricks at 6 league goals in 2 games. It's crazy. I don't think any of them should go. They should name other people from other teams. Man United players haven't played good enough to go. But yeah, Man City, seeing Arsenal slip up. Then again, Liverpool obviously beat Man United. They're the only team that hasn't conceded a goal yet. So they're looking good defensively and attacking. Like, yeah, anyone that rode Liverpool off, i.e. John and myself, yeah, I don't think that's looking like a good tip right now. Looking like a bad take. But yeah, Man City should send their whole club and don't bring them back. Um, but yeah, let's go to the next one. This game was a real interesting game. Watch this game. Big Ange Postecoglou. He took his Tottenham Hotspurs to Newcastle, St James Park. They were really bad first half. They went 1-0 down to Harvey Barnes' goal. Then Dan Burns scored 9 goals. Watching it, and then Tottenham. Like, if we bring up the stats, they had so much of it. Look, 65% possession, had 20 shots to 9. I was like, Tottenham are going to smash this game. They're going to take it. It's theirs for the taking. But then they just got caught on the counter. Joe Linton did this turn on James Maddison. He, like, I don't know, sent him to the cleaners. Like, he was nowhere near him. Turned, powerful, brushed him off, ran through the centre, played this through ball to Jacob Murphy. Murphy cut it back to Alexander Isak. The simplest goal he'll ever score, but he still had to be there to score it. He got off the mark. yeah, Tottenham will be ruining their missed chances. You know, when you know really you should have scored, that you should have won. Newcastle United Football Club is good, yeah. But Tottenham will be like, man, it was away at St. James Park. Last year we got thumped there. They'll be in their heads thinking we should have won this game. They didn't. Got caught on the counter, like I said. Yeah, just the way Joel Linton turned, James Maddison and set up that goal, you know. Manchester United need Ronaldo back. Yeah, we struggled when he was back, man. Maybe Ronaldo when he was 28, but now Ronaldo's in Saudi just making millions, isn't he? And I don't think he'd have it any other way, to be honest. Listen, legend of the club, but you know his good days were 16 years ago for Man United, weren't they? Even longer, probably 10, yeah, 16 years ish. Um, but yeah, listen, Newcastle will be loving that they beat Tottenham. Big Ange, Big Ange will be pretty upset, I reckon, that they didn't win. You know, when I showed those stats there, how many shots they had, 23 shots to 9. They were peppering them, really peppering them. Um, yeah, they'd be upset. Ange would be angry. I know what Ange is like. He would not be happy with that. He would not be happy with the outcome of that game, that they didn't get anything from it, considering they were so on top. But that's football, isn't it? That's football. And Newcastle just burnt them on that counter when they were under the pump. They were under the pump. And they just burnt them on that counter and got the win. But yeah, it's not good for Big Ange. Not good for Big Ange. Next game was going on at the same time. I mean, it's an interesting game. You know, all of us, Chelsea fans, and not even Chelsea fans like myself, everyone was gassing up Chelsea after last week where they scored 6 goals. You know, their second half last week was unbelievable. They're like, oh, guaranteed they're going to make top 4. And then they go back to Stamford Bridge and struggle. Struggle, yeah, like at home against Crystal Palace, who haven't won a game yet. I don't think it had a point yet. And Eze scored a beautiful goal. Jackson's goal, Cole Palmer assist was good too. Yeah, they obviously unveiled Jadon Sancho that they got from Man United. Listen, you know, I'm happy he's gone to Chelsea. I'll tell you now, he's never been good for Man United. If I was a Chelsea fan, I actually wouldn't be looking forward to that signing. Like, in his Twitter feed, so he was getting announced at the club, and he said in his Twitter feed, so you can clip this, guys. Jadon Sancho said in his Twitter feed, Enzo Maresca was a big deal in me going to Chelsea. He goes, I knew him from his time at Man City when he was there under Pep. That's what Jadon Sancho said. But Jadon Sancho left Man City in 2017. Enzo Maresca started working for Man City in 2020. So you can already tell he's full of shit. You know, Pep got rid of him because of his disciplinary reasons. Dortmund had fined him for, you know, rocking up late to training, etc. He'd been banished from the squad at Man United. You know, I just think he's a bad seed. Talented footballer, but bad seed. You know what? I'm happy to never see him play for Man United again. I'm glad Chelsea took him. I don't know why they took him. But if I was a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't be looking forward to that. You know what? He might cook a bit and they'll be like, oh, Sancho's cooking. But he'll come crashing down. He's, you know, you can tell he's a bad seed. How good were the Bournemouth against the other Scouts as they were? I spoke about that earlier. Slides into the chat just with a thumbs up. Yeah, but yeah, he's just a bad seed. Bad seed. Everyone's saying hello. Learn. Do you like going to barista making cookies, coffees? Or I like coffee. Do you like coffee, man? I like coffee. Damn says hey. Remember to hit the like button, guys. But yeah, so Chelsea, after we all gassed them up a bit, like I gassed them up, and obviously I'm not a Chelsea fan. John gassed them up. Johnny Carlton was even in here. He is a Chelsea fan. He gassed them up. And then, you know, to not follow that up at home to Palace, 1-1, you know, like, that's football, isn't it? It's weird. But, Len, you got to stop with that, man, because you're just going to get kicked out again. I think your things have already been put in timeout once tonight. Just chill out, brother. Um, Brings us on to the next one. Damn, tell me what you think about this new way I'm doing the results and fixtures. All right, I'm going to teach the big man to do it for the footy as well. So, let's bring it up. So, obviously, the game we are going to talk about now is the game I don't want to talk about. Man U, Liverpool, bang. Let's click on it there. We'll bring up the stats. Obviously, Liverpool absolutely humiliated United. 3-0. No doubt about it. Mo Salah, man of the match, as you can see there. 2 assists and a goal. Yeah, just... It was boys against men. Really, it was really boys against men. So... Uno, dos, GT, because it's you, I'll forgive you, man. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think about the new way I'm doing that? What do you think about that before I absolutely rip into Man United? You love it? That's good, man. Yeah, so I can click on any game, and, you know, when if it's the footy, whatever, I can show you the stats like this. You know, 11 shots to 8, Liverpool. They were just clinical. 3 shots on target, Liverpool, as you can see there, 3 goals. They were so clinical, like, took us to the cleaners. But yeah, I'll show the big man how to do that. But yeah, let's, you know, get back to it. So yeah, United were absolutely humiliated by Liverpool. I think some of the players should be ashamed of themselves. I think Eric Ten Hag, you know, he's got a lot to answer for as well. Like, his substitutions are absolutely pathetic. Like, some of his selections, I mean, you know, like, I don't like Anthony, right? But Eric Ten Hag bought him for 80 million. He leaves his winger sitting on the bench there instead of putting him on to try to do something. Brings on Harry Maguire for De Ligt, who was Man United's best player. De Ligt was Manchester United's best player. Takes him off because he's on a yellow card. When the other centre-back was on a yellow card as well, take him off. Why you got to take De Ligt off? So, bad subs. You know, Garnacho coming off, stupid sub. Listen, I truly believe, this is what they said today online after last night's game. It might be new season, but the same old problems continue. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, listen, it's early doors, but we're going to talk about the fixtures next week. Opening round of the Premier League, not next week because it's international break, the week after, is Man United away at Southampton. If Man United lose to Southampton, a team that hasn't got a point, newly promoted, I'm saying it now, you heard it here first. If they don't win, he's sacked. He'll get sacked. He's done. If they do not beat Southampton, and I think they've got to come out and beat Southampton it has to be like a dominant. It has to be dominant for even, you know, just to get a well done from the fans. Going out and, you know, 1-0, scrappy 1-0 like that, it's not enough. They have to go out and put on a show for the fans. I don't know, you know, Manuel Ugarte will come in for Casemiro. Casemiro was, you know, this guy's won 5 Champions Leagues. He was terrible. Like, I don't know, a player shouldn't fall off a cliff like that. So, I don't know what's happened to him. KP, not sure if you have Twitter or anything, but I saw that San Marino clubs want to challenge Man United. What do you mean challenge them? In what way? San Marino club wants to challenge Man United, but challenge them in what? Elaborate that for me. Not seeing that. But yeah, like, Casemiro was deplorable. Like, he gets like a 2 out of 10. his tackling in that up till he gave the ball away, he was actually playing well. Like his tackling in that was good. Gave that goal away, and then he just fell off a cliff, gave another goal away. Kobe Mainoo, he's our best young player. He gives the ball away for a goal. Yeah, Xerxes miss, 2 chances he should have scored. Reeves, how you doing? But yeah, like I, it was a humiliation. Like, and I think Eric's got a lot to answer for. The players do too, obviously. But I truly believe next week, they, if United lose to Southampton next fixture, I think Eric's sacked. I think he gets sacked. I don't think he can come out and lose to Southampton. And like I said, I think he's got to win, and they've got to put on a show for the fans to even get a well done, get a pat on the back. It's got to be a show. They got to do something. Then they got Tottenham at home. They got to start winning games. They got to start playing better. Otherwise, Eric's done. He's sacking himself. Like, I didn't want him sacked, but some of his decisions, I was saying this last year, his substitutions are terrible. Don't know why. Like, he's such an experienced manager. He's won so much. What's going on at Man United? You're being told who to pick, mate. What's going on? Like, I just don't get it. But yeah, like I said, Liverpool annihilated us, and I hate saying it. Hate saying it. San Marino international team wants to verse Man United. They'll get destroyed. Man United are terrible, and they'll kill them. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, Dan. But I mean, the thing is, all those problems have been weeded out because the new owners come in. There's 5 or 6 new people in the back room, like 5 or 6 that have been sacked, like Barada, new CEO, new director of football. And that's right. That thing it doesn't just fix in overnight. You're right. You're spot on. The problems ran very deep. KP, if he sacks, I gotta go. Sorry, man, I'm quarter Dutch. I It wouldn't bother me if Eric Ten Hag was Cypriot, mate, or Australian. If he's sacked, I wouldn't follow him. I support my team, not the manager. But he's sacking himself. Like the way, unless he's being told who to play, something's, yeah, like I don't know. He's got signings this year. Like he didn't, like obviously new director of football, they signed Xerxes, Delit, Yoro, Ugate's come in now. So they got to start picking it up or he's in trouble. If they don't beat Southampton, newly promoted team, away, he'll get the sack. I truly believe he'll get the sack if they don't beat Southampton. So we'll see. We'll see in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, so I'll bring up the fixtures and we'll talk a bit about them. So obviously Southampton, Man United at St. Mary's is opening it. Listen, I'm going to tip Man United. I really think they got to, like I said, I think they got to put on a show. Nah, not against Saints. Nah. I mean, I'll take it, but I don't think it's enough. I think there'll be so many questions to be asked. It's like I'll take it because it's 3 points, but it's not enough. You don't. What happens then with the team that's probably going to finish bottom if you're beating them 1-0 in the 95th minute? What's that saying for you? I've got to go see you, Boston. Take it easy, mate. Like, what's that saying for you? If they turn around and beat scrappy 1-0 win against Southampton, you can tell there's problem. Like, I don't know. Who knows? If they lose, he's done. I'm telling you, I think he'll get sacked if they lose. I don't think it's untenable if they lose to them. But anyway, next one. Quick show tonight, guys. Obviously, because I'm by myself. Brighton Ipswich. I'm going to tip Brighton. Home, they're a good team. Got the draw against Arsenal. Beat Man United. Ipswich newly promoted. I'm going to say Brighton 3-1, I reckon. Yeah, I agree, Dan. But, as you know, in sports, football, soccer, whatever you want to call this, anything's possible. Like, anything can happen. And, yeah, listen, it's such a banana skin of a game to get after this, after Liverpool and that. But listen, the new signing going, Ugarte has to start for Casemiro. Yeah, they just got to win. But yeah, next game, like I said, I'm tipping Brighton to beat Ipswich. Bit of a shame for Ipswich. I want them to stay up. But they're finding a little bit hard. So on to the next one. Crystal Palace at home to Leicester. Crystal Palace just drew to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 1-1. I think they'll get their first win. I think they'll beat Leicester. I think Leicester are going down. I don't know. I just don't think they're that good, especially with the new manager. But then again, he's not bad, Steve Cooper. But yeah, I think they're going down. I think Palace will get their first win. Next one. Fulham at home to West Ham. West Ham been struggling a bit, but Fulham. You know what? I'm going to go the away team. I just think West Ham might get the points. I think they may go to their London rival. It's not far to travel. And I think they'll get their first win. I think they'll win. I think they'll get their win. I don't know. I got a feeling. I don't know why. If you guys want to put any scores in the chat, please do so. Next one. Liverpool hosting Nottingham Forest. Liverpool yet to concede a goal. Just thrashed their biggest rival. You would think they're going to smack Nottingham Forest, eh? Yeah, you'd think they're going to smack them. So, yeah, I'm going to go Liverpool. Yeah, I agree with Dan. I think it's going to be big. Like that, I think it could be big, yeah. 4-5-ish. Like, I'm going to say 4-0. Go with Dan. I'll do this for him because it's such a good call. All right. Finishing off that Saturday night, Man City at home to Brentford. Tell ya, that's another one. I think they spank them too. Brentford been doing okay. They won, but it's Man City, man, at home. I just think. Damn says 7-0. If they win 7-0, it'll be so boring, won't it? The league, like. Listen, I think they're going to win. I'm going to say 2-3-0. 3-0, just, On to the next day. Aston Villa hosting Everton. I think this could be a big one. I think Villa might smack them as well. I think 3-0. They're really struggling, Everton. Like I said, I think they're done. I think they're down. It's a shame. I think they're going to go into the new season with their new stadium, leaving Goodison Park after 100+ years in the championship with the new stadium. They don't have owners. They've got nothing. They've got no money. Like I said before, what do Everton do? Do they sack Sean Dyche now and just try and get a coach that can get more out of him? Or do they stay with him because he's good at keeping teams up? Don't know. 1st of December, Zach. There you go. If it's a good time, we'll do a watch along for that. It'll be a real good game. But yeah, I'm going Villa. I'm sort of with Dan again. Yeah, 3-1. Then we've got Bournemouth at home to Chelsea. So Bournemouth just beat Everton. They were 2-0 down in the 87th minute. Came back and won 3-2. Listen, they're at home. They could get something against Chelsea. Like, you don't know what Chelsea's going to show up. Is it Chelsea going to show up from last week that, who'd they pump? Let me get the results up again. I'll interact with it and go down. Hit now. Was it Ipswich? Last week. No, Wolves 6-2. So they beat Wolves 6-2. Or they're going to get the one at home that couldn't beat Crystal Palace. You don't know. I think it could be a real good game. Bournemouth at home to Chelsea. You know what? I'm going to tip. Yeah, it could be a draw too. You know what? Dam's tips are pretty good tonight. Some good tips tonight, Dam. I'm going to go with you, but I'm going to go 1-1. I think it could be a draw too. I really think it could be a draw. I think go either way though. Nick Fadley says, big up, Nick. How are you, mate? What? Tonight? What did I say? What do you mean tonight? Oh, your tips tonight. Yeah, your tips tonight are good. Yeah. They're on point tonight, man. I like them. They're good. Big up, Nick. Big up, Nick Fadley. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let's go to the next one. No, we don't like doing it that way. Do the new way. Fixtures. The North London Derby. See, that's why I think it was so big. Well, let's actually... Can I click on it? There. Look at that. It's got their head-to-head record. Man, that's why it's such a big game. You know, that's why if I was Mikel Arteta, I'll be so pissed off at Declan Rice. You know, he got sent off and we end up, you know, the game 1-1 against Brighton. Because you really should have won. When you got a home game and you don't get the point and you're fighting for a title and then the week after you're in the North London Derby away. Huge game for Big Ange after really they should have beat Newcastle and didn't. It's at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Man, it's a hard one to tip. Do I wait and see Dam's tip? Or do I just pick one? Listen, I want Ange to win, eh? Can he win? It's at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Arsenal 2-1. Listen, you know what? It all depends. By that game, there's 2 weeks, like obviously a week off in between. Do Tottenham have Dominic Solanke back? Do they have Mickey van der Ven back? If they don't have them back, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's damn spot on again. Like, if Richarlison or Solanke aren't back for that game and Mickey van der Ven's not back in defence, I think they get done. But if they got him back, I think they got a good chance. So... You know what? I might hold off on that one. I'm not sure, Zakar. I'm not sure, man. They might. They might be, because I saw some stuff on Canva. Chris was making a few graphics for it. So, Chris has been real busy this week, so I haven't talked to him much, man. He's had some people down from Perth, and he's been flat out. But I'll see him on Wednesday night, and we'll have a chat when we do the podcast. Yeah, definitely Geelong. 100%. Damn. Hashtag wise guy. He's a wise man. You gotta buy. I'm gonna get you the shirt. Hashtag wise guy. Alright. We got the next ones. So to round off the week, it's Monday, 16th September, that next game. Wolves hosting Newcastle. That's a tough game too, man. But you know what? I'm gonna tip Newcastle because they got the win against Tottenham. You know, Wolves got spanked last week. What did they do this week? I think they lost again. Let's get it up again. Wolves drew away to Nottingham Forest. That's right. So now they're at home to Newcastle. Yeah, I think Newcastle get the chocolates too. Yeah, it's at home, which could help them. I think 2-1. 2-1 Newcastle. Dan, I tell you what, I think me and Dan picked all the same shit. The only one, you know what, I'm not saying about the North London Derby until I know what players Tottenham have back. If Solanke or someone isn't back and Mickey van der Ven's not back, I think Arsenal cruise them. It's such a big game, you know, when you think about it for Arsenal. After drawing at home, if they go lose to Tottenham, You watch, people will be saying they've choked already. The title is City's or Liverpool's, like it's done. So, yeah, that's a huge game. I mean, massive games all around. Like, it's so funny saying that Southampton Man United is a massive game, but because of Man United's first 3 weeks, beating Fulham, losing to Brighton, getting humiliated by Liverpool, it's a massive game away at St Mary's. Yeah, North London derby, huge. Some big ones, some interesting ones. But listen, guys, that's everything. Hope everyone liked the new way I did the fixtures and the results. I'm going to show the big man that, teach him. Um, that way, he was telling me he likes that way, so I worked out how to do it. And we don't have to make graphics and stuff for it. Hopefully you've liked it. That's my my OBS skills, learning more and more. So we yeah, I think it did look. I think it's better anyway, Dan, like you said as well. But yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks everyone. Dan, Zakal, Jamar, Boston, Nick Fadley always comes in. He just says big up. He's champion. Just big up to me. Learned, got timed out by Dam and by Cuban. Reeb was in the chat. Reeb's come in. Reebs and GT, I noticed they came in and just, they didn't want to say much. I think they're being nice to me. Isn't that nice? That's what a community we have. What a community, the HFD community. They come in and just like, GT said uno, dos, tres, a little bit of a, but he didn't, he just came in. But isn't that nice, guys? Okay, take care, KP, and everyone in live chat tonight. Good night. Stay safe. Absolutely. I'm here just making good. I know. I knew you're there. But I'm saying it's the way you come in and just, hey, it was nice, whatever. The Punisher is wild. She timed him out before the show started because he was in at the start writing shit. See, look. I should have just said nothing, GT, and then it could have just stayed quiet. But listen, absolutely up them. Let's hope I don't get spammed or kicked out. Why would you get kicked out? I mean, you don't do anything bad. You're fine. My keyboard just have little words. That's why I just can type big up. Nick, you're a champion, man. Who do you support, Nick? Who do you go for, man? Where are you from? Do you follow just the Premier League show? You follow the AFL one here? Do you follow our podcast? What's big up? What a champion. I won't say that, Reeves. You know that. I'll never say that out loud. But what I was saying is they United should be ashamed of themselves, really. Oh. Alexa thought I was talking to her. Yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves, really. I said it earlier. It's in the title. It's in my heading. Like, where's that thumbnail? Look, I'll show you the thumbnail. It was the wrong thumbnail. I didn't even get the right one up tonight. But yeah, absolutely humiliated, man. We got humiliated. Yeah, I know. I never attach myself to one team. I just love watching football. I watch all big teams in every league. There you go. Well done, Nick. That's good, man. That's really good. That's really good. She's just a football fan in general. That's what I like to hear. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming in. It was a real good show. Badly, the connoisseur. Exactly, the connoisseur. Mbappe finally scored for Madrid. Leverkusen, yeah, it was the first in 36 or something for them to lost. Mbappe scored a brace, which was real big. That's great effort by him. Listen, he's always going to do good there. Anyone that thinks he's not going to do good there is tripping. Yeah. I know, what a player. This was the thumbnail. Sorry, guys. Here. United humiliated because we were absolutely humiliated. But Yeah, Leverkusen did lose. I think it was 36 games. First game in 36. Where are you from, Nick? Are you from Australia? You here with us? As you can see, the community, they're all Malaysia. There you go. Beautiful. You can see the community, all lovely, good people, man. It's a good to have new people in. If you like just watching, like I said, that's fine. You like to talk, I'm always here to talk back. Everyone is. Um, I don't know if the boys are doing a show tomorrow night for the footy um, to give their predictions. I'm guessing they will. Chris, like I said, he's been really busy. And then I believe there'll be a podcast on Wednesday night. And I'm guessing back to some watch alongs on the weekend. So I'm not sure what games, but there will be a podcast Wednesday. I think they'll be doing their show tomorrow, their predictions. Um, but yeah, thanks everyone for coming in. It was a great show. Man United lost. It's a shame. I'm at the shops getting salad and popcorn. Salad and popcorn. Get some Maltesers and put them in the hot popcorn. All right. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one. The boys, I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see everyone who comes back for the podcast on Wednesday night. Take it easy. Take care. Does sound like a Ronald thing. It definitely does. I gotta love Ronald. Au revoir. Au revoir. See ya. Take it easy, Nick. See you guys. Bye-bye.